Thank you. Thank you. Hi. Where I need this thing because I have my note cards. So how y'all doing? Light is bright. Wow. So there's a lot of things going on in the news this week. This week, right? I'm not going to talk about any of them. Instead, I have some note cards here. So I work in an office, and but I have to go out and do other. That light is awfully bright. Okay. So I work in an office, and I have to go and do auditions and stuff, I have to do things outside of the office, and there are only so many times I can be like, oh, I need to go get another root canal, or, I have another chiropractor appointment. My boss is like, what is going on? You better be back in a half an hour. And meanwhile, there are all these people with kids who are constantly jumping up out of nowhere, Johnny's got a splinter in his finger. I gotta go run right now and pick him up from school. And my boss is like, oh, go get Johnny. Take the rest of the afternoon off. You better take him to the movie. Make sure he feels okay after that splinter. It is not fair. Parents have a total golden ticket to do whatever they want. And why should I be penalized just because I don't have any kids? It's ridiculous. So the next job I get, I'm going to have pictures. I don't have kids, but I'm going to cut out pictures of kids from magazines and frame them and put them all over my desk. But not only are they going to be pictures of kids, they're going to be the most fucked up kids. They're going to have Lou Gehrig's disease and cancer. One is going to be a boy in a bubble. I'm going to have conjoined twins with no arms and no legs. And then I might even have a car, one of those big vans that hold wheelchairs that I'm going to drive up in. And then I'm going to have constant excuses all the time. I'm going to be like, Mandy and Tandy need to go get their chemo, and what boss is going to be like, oh, you better get back here and finish that report? No, they are going to be like, please go, and then I'm going to be able to go and do all my auditions. Okay, let's see what else. So I don't have kids, I'm also single, and what I don't understand, why is it so hard to meet men? I don't get it. I will be watching shows. I'll be watching Montel Williams or 2020, or I'm not watching Oprah, obviously, because she's not on anymore, but they'll be doing an interview with the 500-pound man or the 2-ton woman or something, and they'll go over to this person's house, and this person will be in this steel-enforced hospital bed with a parachute tarp draped over them because they're so fat and they don't have any clothes that fit them, in a bucket next to the bed that they used to go to the bathroom because they can't walk. And Chris Cuomo or Elizabeth Vargas will be there interviewing this person, how did you get to be such a big fatso, and they'll be like, so what do you eat to maintain your large size? And the person will be usually oh, I have 3 dozen eggs and 8 pancakes for breakfast, and for lunch I have 6 pizzas, and then for dinner, my husband picks me up 36 quarter pounders. Wait a minute. Did this woman just say her husband picks her up quarter pounders? How did this monster who eats children daily have a man doing errands for her? How does she have a husband? It is so unbelievable to me. I can't find a guy to buy me a Diet Dr. Pepper, and this monster that just ate 12 Girl Scouts along with all their cookies has a guy driving around picking up quarter pounders. I don't get it. It takes a lot of money and time and effort to look this mediocre. How much more time and effort am I supposed to put into my appearance, I think Muslim women who wear burqas really are the lucky ones. They can be fat and ugly and bald underneath their burqas and nobody cares, they don't have to worry about buying lipstick and trying to fit into jeans or anything. Nobody cares, they're wearing burqas. Okay, let's see here, our next system. Okay, so I had a cat recently, and my cat just died. I know, and people ask me all the time, they're like, so, are you gonna get another cat? And they ask me in this very worried tone, because obviously, the only sort of contact I can ever have with another living creature is by having a cat. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to have any other contact with any other living creature. And, you know, having a cat, I feel like that makes people feel better, because the cat is the thing that separates me between being a crazy cat lady and just plain crazy. Like, people understand the crazy cat lady, you know, like they live alone, they have one cat or maybe 14 cats, and, you know, they have cat clothes and cat tote bags and cat hats and cat mugs, and, you know, after they leave the party alone to go back to their one-bedroom apartment, people know at least they have that cat there, that sort of like moral compass that is keeping them from committing suicide. The crazy person, on the other hand, has no living thing back in their apartment. I mean, for all people know, that woman could be going home and having sex with the dead mailman's body and rolling around in his blood and like double fisting donuts all night. Like, they don't know that the cat is the one thing that keeps that person from totally going bonkers. Okay, let's see, what else here? Okay, so you know those baby on board signs? Some people see those? Okay. Now, who really cares if there's a baby on board? Like, if there is a car accident, isn't it better that a 10-pound pile of flesh dies as opposed to like a full-grown adult who contributes to society and has friends and maybe makes art and maybe is working on a cure for cancer, and you know, if there's a car accident and people come running over, people should be like, thank God, whew, it was just a baby. You know, it wasn't an adult that has a whole life, you know, an adult that reads books and watches television shows, you know, that is a full grown member, a contributing member of society. Okay, you didn't like that one?
Don't do that one.
So, anyway, I was getting ready to go out on this date, and I was looking at my eyelash curler, and I'm like, really, at this point in the game, are curly eyelashes really going to make a difference? Is somebody to be like, hey, like, look at the curly eyelashes on that one, I gotta have her. I don't know. Let's see, okay. So, you know when you are walking somewhere and you're like, oh, okay. When you're like walking somewhere and you're leisurely walking at your own pace and you see somebody way up ahead holding a door open for you, is there anything worse than having somebody hold a door open for you when you aren't anywhere near the door? Because you have two choices. You can either continue to walk at your leisurely pace that you're very happy with, and then you look like the total asshole who's making the person holding the door wait, or then you have to start running, which you didn't want to do, running to get to the door so the person holding the door doesn't have to hold the door any longer than they were before. I mean, obviously this person who's holding the door open for you, they think they're doing something good, but really they're doing something just to make themselves feel better, because they are trying to, thank you, yes, they are trying to do a good deed just to make themselves feel better, like, look at me doing a good deed, but really they're making your day horrible. I could easily open the door with my arm, you know, like, I want to continue to walk at this leisurely pace. So, I don't know, I guess that was 1 minute, so I guess I'm finished. Okay.